Hi Stampers, welcome back. I'm Nancy Novak. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and it's that time of day again. I'm here weekdays at noon. I hope you're enjoying my style of short and inspiring videos. I take care of all the fast forwarding so you can sit back and relax and enjoy the creative journey with me. So I hope you are learning a lot about the Darling Details stamp set and the dies. It's a bundle. So today is day 4, and today we're going to make a fun fold. So I used some of the masterfully created designer series paper on it, and I did some stamping, and then it opens like this. Isn't that cute? And it's simple. I mean, it's just something different, you know. So today we're going to use the doily border die right there. And again, that's the masterfully created designer series paper. So let me get this out of the way and we'll get started. So I just wanted to mention that I'm also using the deckled circles. So I used the 2.5 inch and the 2 1/4 inch deckled circle for today's card. Let me show you again. So that's how I created that little focal point for holding down the card. So it does stay flat. It's really a nice card. There's not a lot of weight to it. It doesn't want to pop open. So that's what's kind of cool about this fun fold. Real simple and real easy. I also wanted to mention, so these cards here are all part of my stamp and craft kits. So it's something new that I started. People have been asking me to, how they can make these cards quick and easily. So I'm basically offering the stamp and craft kits for these 3 cards with a minimum order of $40 before shipping and tax. And just order by Saturday night, December 4th, or November 4th. Don't get ahead of ourselves, right? November 4th, and use my host code. And then I will send you the make and takes for these 3 cards, come right to your mailbox. So make and takes are a really great way to, craft easily at home and get acquainted with the latest stamps. And it's just really easy. So yeah, that's my new stamp and craft kit promo. So we'll see how that goes. I hope you like that. Like I said, people have been asking for it. So we'll see, huh? Okay, so for today, we're going to use Berry Burst and some white and designer series paper. And I have a scrap of white and berry burst, and then I created a couple of circles. This one is fresh freesia, and this one is white. So I'm going to bring in my scoring board, and we're going to score this real quick. So this piece is 7.5 by 5.5, and we are going to score it at 3 1/4, and 6.5. So I'm going to bring my bone folder in and go ahead and crease those score lines. Now this one here, it's a 1-inch score line, so we're going to score it both ways. We're going to crease it both ways. So in one of my new favorite sentiments, and I'm going to stamp it in Berry Burst, and it says, "You're not here." I hate that. I just think that's really a nice sentiment. I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring in Daffodil Delight and Fresh Freesia. And I'm going to stamp a couple of flowers in here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this to the inside now because as we continue, it's just easier to do it now. I'm going to bring in the white circle. I'm going to do a little bit of stamping on it. And the first thing I'm going to do is stamp the stem, and I'm going to stamp that in Pretty Peacock. Then I'm going to bring the line stamped in for the half flower, and Berry Burst is what I'm using here. And now I'm going to do the filler stamp. I'm going to stamp off and stamp right in the center there. So if you watched my video yesterday, we did a lot of 2-step stamping, which is what this set is known for, which means you can stamp the outline and then you can fill in, the inside with whatever color you want. And I like to stamp the outline first because it's usually a darker image. That way when you lay your filler stamp down, you can see through, and it's kind of really, really easy to line it up. But it's your choice. You can play with it and figure that out for yourself. But either way is a good way to do that. Now I'm going to stamp a couple of the little flowers. This flower is in the Darling Details stamp set. So I'm going to do a couple in Daffodil Delight. And Fresh Freesia. And I'm going to do Berry Burst, but I'm going to stamp off. And I think that's good, just like that. Okay, while we have the inks out, I'm also going to bring in a strip of white, and I'm going to stamp our sentiment, which I'm using Friend. So I stamped it in Berry Burst. Now I'm going to bring in my little oval punch and punch that out. I'm going to punch the scallop in Berry Burst. So I think we're done with the ink, so we'll get rid of those for now and continue putting our card together. Okay, so we have all the pieces of our card, and now the only other thing that we really have to do is to use our doily border punch, and we're going to put it right at the right side of this white piece of paper. This is 3 inches by 5 1/4. And when I line this up, I'm going to kind of look at the scallop at the top and the bottom, and just to make sure they're kind of both the same, and that'll give us a nice top and bottom finish for that doily. So I'm going to go ahead and run that through the cutting machine, and I will be right back. So that's the look that you get with that little doily, and now there's just a few little circles here that I'm going to break away, and then we'll be ready to put the card all together. Isn't that a pretty scallop? So yeah, my craft room, I'm waiting to vacuum because it's got these little dots kind of all over. Even though I'm very careful with it, I do need to do a good vacuuming. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the white scalloped piece to the front of the card, and it fits very nicely right in the middle there. Then I'm going to glue the designer series paper on, and then I'm going to glue this strip onto the side where our little flap is. Okay, now I'm going to glue the 2 scallop pieces together and the 2 circles together. So I'm going to bring in my dimensionals, and I'm going to go ahead and pop up the little oval, and it's going to go right up there at the top. And then this one, we're going to put dimensionals only on the right side of the circle here. So I'm going to flip this over. I'm just going to put 3 dimensionals. And these dimensionals are going to go on this part only, just on that little flap right there. So they're right there on the edge, so it's pretty easy to do. Just going to line my circle up over here to the right, just like that. Now I'm going to bring in some pretty rhinestones, and we're going to color them in. I'm going to add those to the front of our card. So I'm just going to color them in with a Stampin' Blend marker. So isn't that cool how you can just change those rhinestones to any color you like? Very simple to do, and look how pretty that is. Isn't it pretty? And then it opens up like that, and it lays flat. So it's really simple, but it's just a little bit different, right? You know, one of the things I adore about this stamp set is its versatility. You can stamp the outline, or you can stamp all those little fillers. It's just really versatile. And I got to tell you that this stamp set has really grown on me. It's become one of my favorite stamp sets to create friend cards. I just think it's so pretty. It's so easy to use. And yeah, like I said, it's one of my favorites. So I hope you're enjoying these videos and you're getting inspired. And let me bring in the free Stamp and Craft Kit cards so you can see those. And again, those I will send to you with a $40 purchase and use my host code. And these Stamp and Craft kits, they're a fantastic way just to craft easily at home and just get acquainted with the latest stamps. It's just really easy to do. So I hope you like that idea. Please leave some comments and share my video with your friends. That does help my video channel grow, and I would appreciate it so much. If you're new, please click subscribe, and I will be back again at noon tomorrow with a very pretty card. Don't be shy. Stamp and shout.